Hey Crystal, you're on video. Segway video. Hey Spider-Man.
Hi guys.
You're famous.
World famous Bourbon Street. I'm sure you guys might have stumbled down or stumbled across it at one point or another on your visit here. Now of course, during Mardi Gras, most people consider this to be ground zero for Mardi Gras. Of course, yeah, it's ground zero in terms of sardine can crowds, but real place to see Mardi Gras, in my opinion, is elsewhere in the Caribbean, which we'll visit uptown, which unfortunately we won't cover on the tour, but that's a really great place as well. Mardi Gras here in the quarter tends to be, like I said, shoulder to shoulder sardine can crowds. And because of that, over the years, people started to climb up on the gallery poles here in order to get a better view of the festivities. And of course, falling off. So 40 years ago, the Royal Sonesta right here decided to start greasing up the poles with petroleum jelly in order to, so that way drunk people can't shimmy up the poles and then fall off and stuff. So eventually, that greasing of the poles here at the Royal Sonesta became tradition. It's now a pretty entertaining show. The Friday before Mardi Gras, they have local celebrities that come out. They'll grease up the poles. People, of course, partying and drinking and everything like that. So that's really cool. And of course, pretty much every place else here in the quarter has followed suit with greasing their poles during Mardi Gras as well. Go ahead and move down the street once again, guys.
This is called what street?
Frenchman Street.
Frenchman Street.
That's correct. It's named after a handful of Frenchmen who tried to rebel against Spanish rule back in 1768. They were executed right at the foot of the street. So it's named Frenchman Street in their honor. Of course, just to give you guys a little bit of context about that, France controlled Louisiana and New Orleans all the way up until 1763. They turned it over to Spain. They were tired of losing money on having this gigantic colony over here. So Spain takes over and they control it up until 1800. But in 1788 and again in 1794, the city burned nearly to the ground twice. The Spanish, of course, the second time decided, all right, we're not going to build anything out of wood anymore. Stuff that's going to go up at the spark of a match. But they decided to start using brick, mortar, more sturdy materials to build the building. So that's why, actually, as we ride along in the French Quarter, you'll see the galleries and balconies, and a lot of the architecture is actually Spanish in design and construction. So that's why the term French Quarter is kind of a misnomer, architecturally speaking. Of course, most of the people that were here, even other than Spanish, most everybody was still French in culture, language, everything, because the Spanish couldn't hardly convince anybody to come over here except for highly paid administrators and soldiers who were here temporarily against their will, just because, it's so hot, humid, lots of, disease, alligators, difficult to grow things. All those factors come on. And of course, the French had a heck of a time getting anybody to come over here. At first, they basically cleared out the rabble of Paris, criminals and vagabonds, and sent them over here forcibly to populate the colony. Once we are sure that this car is going to stop at the stop sign, we can go ahead and cross. Here we go, guys.
Go ahead, Crystal. I'm filming you.
On is a great venue, guys. They serve food up until a certain hour, then it becomes a full-on bar and concert venue. Stage is up front. We also have a lounge toward the back. The food and aisle is another cool place. Downstairs is a bar and concert venue. Upstairs is a separate bar and a gallery on. It's great for people watching. We'll go ahead and cross. And here we go. I've never been to, but I've heard it's one of the better in the city. And on the right, guys, the Spotted Cat, one of the most famous Vegas here on Creek. You guys, if you end up watching that TV show Tremaine, they film a lot of scenes right here in the Spotted Cat. There's no cover charge, so it's usually pretty crowded. Night like tonight, what is tonight? Tuesday night?
Tuesday night.
It should be enjoyable, but on the weekends, it's a sardine can. I don't really like going on the weekends, but on a weeknight, fantastic place to visit.